Welcome back to the Taco Bell Everything video series here. We're doing the sauces. This is part 2 because this is a big video and we've got to kind of break this up a little bit because I don't think you want to sit there for half an hour and watch me making sauces. So let's get started on this because we got more to cover and me rambling just makes this video longer. So let's get started. Let's get started with their spicy ranch sauce. Never heard of their spicy ranch sauce? Well, it's not on a lot of stuff and it may or may not be your favorite thing, but that's where we're going to get started and that's what we're going to do. There is kind of a shortcut for this, but we're going to do this the hard way. The easy way would be to take some ranch dressing and put something spicy in it. That would work pretty well. If you want to do that, then feel free to do it. The spice that they use is habaneros. Oh yeah, they ain't messing around with this one. They went right to the habanero level. It's not the spiciest pepper in the world, but it is probably the maximum that most people will ever try because it's spicy as a mofo. Yes, the habanero can hurt you. I'm wearing gloves when I'm touching it because I have a pretty high tolerance for a lot of stuff, but those things will sneak up on you. So use precaution, and if you want to wear eye protection, feel free. I'm not because I'm dumb. Safety third, but yeah, I ain't messing around. I'm using the gloves. So I suggest you do the same. What else goes in this? If we're going to do this the real version, well, we have to make ranch dressing. What is in ranch dressing? Well, you have a bunch of seasonings, you have a bunch of liquid ingredients, and basically that's ranch dressing. We have sour cream, we have buttermilk, and we have mayonnaise. We have half a cup of each that's going in this, equal parts on this particular thing. Different ranch dressing recipes vary depending on what you're trying to do, but this one, we're using equal parts. Sue me. There you go. I did look up and try to figure out the closest thing, and it does appear that they are fairly equal in this. So that's what I'm going with, and it turns out pretty good. Okay, other seasonings. They list it as natural flavors and some other things. We have the basic ingredients of ranch dressing are going to be chives and dill and some parsley. This is all dried in here. If you want to use fresh, that's great. You just use a lot more of it than this. This is about a half teaspoon of each of these. We also have onion powder and garlic powder, some salt, and a little pepper going in there. And that is our dry seasoning. There is one other ingredient to this that's not in a normal ranch dressing, which is lime juice. We have about a half a teaspoon of that. It's not a ton, but it'll change everything. So that's our basic recipe. All we got to do is put this in our food processor and get started. So let's do that stuff. Okay, half a cup. Let's start with this one. Why do I start with the mayonnaise? Because the other two liquids are thinner and they'll help scour the mayonnaise out. Because the mayonnaise will always leave a little bit in here. So use whatever mayonnaise you have. I live on the western edge of the United States, so we have best foods. Hellmann's or Duke's or anything. If you want to use Kewpie mayo, go for it. The Japanese mayo, fantastic. It'll work. It's expensive, but it'll work. Well, all mayonnaise is expensive now. You know, after eggs became rare. How do eggs become rare? That's a weird one. Anyways, half a cup of this. It's going in our food processor. I have one of these as well because this is going to help me get all this out of here. There we go. Okay. Now, the next ingredient to go in is our buttermilk. Okay. Did you notice something weird just happened? Yeah. Well, I grabbed... this is a different buttermilk than I'm used to. The one that we normally have is identical. It's the same brand as the heavy whipping cream, which I had sitting here a second ago. I picked that up and went to use that and went, oh, that's not it. So anyways, here, get the actual buttermilk. And if you can read, I mean, not all of us are gifted with the, ability to read or desire or whatever. Yeah, I always give this a little boop boop just to make sure that it's all stirred up. This is a cultured buttermilk because it's all you can get in a major grocery store, pretty much. So we are going to pour a half a cup of this disgusting stuff in here. There we go. That's that. Has a little thinner. Probably could have used a more glug glug, but yeah, it's thinner brand. It's not the stuff I usually use. Anyways, moving on. What's the next thing? Sour cream. You're thinking, wait a minute, he did it again. He grabbed the wrong stuff. No, this is actual sour cream. This is just Mexican sour cream. It is different. It is delicious, and if you can find this stuff here, use this stuff here. It is so much better, but it's very thin. Probably here. Yeah, sour cream don't do that. But this stuff is amazing, and if you can find this, it is the stuff to use. So here we go, and I'm pretty much using the rest of it here. Okay, that is our liquid, and sure enough, all the mayonnaise is pretty much out of the bottom of our measuring cup here. So I'm just going to give this a little boop boop and the little last little bits because I paid for it, might as well use it. All right, that can go away. This all can go away, and we can reset a little bit here. I'll be back in a half second. All right, that's a little bit better. It is time to deal with the habaneros. So we're going to try and put on a glove. Gloves don't like me. I don't know why. There we go. Because I have big hands. Okay. Let me try it with this hand. Seriously, I told you gloves don't like me. Seriously. And the quality of gloves since the COVID thing, oh boy, they don't sell us the good stuff anymore, do they, folks? Seriously, why do gloves hate me so much? So, welcome to How to Cook, where I'm going to show you how not to put on a glove. This is not how you do it. By the way, if your hands are the slightest bit damp, this doesn't work very good. All right, sometimes that'll work. It's not the most sterile thing. Don't do that if you're in a medical environment. Okay, I have one glove. One glove. You think I would have grabbed an extra? No. Okay, so this hand will only touch the knife. Ow, my eye! I'm just kidding. But seriously, safety goggles are not a bad idea. All right, we're going to take the seeds out of this because I don't have a death wish. I like spicy stuff, but there's a limit. And habaneros are kind of one of those, you did it just because it hurts. But we have so much dairy in here, so much cream and everything else that you really need to go with something a little crazier. And don't cut your glove in half because that does not help your glove protect your hand. Okay, that doesn't seem like enough. These guys, you'll get small ones and big ones and different things. And so just use what you have. There isn't a set measurement for this per se. Spicy it up as much as you want or as little as you want. Okay, and because it's super small, that's adorable. Isn't that the cutest little thing ever? Come on, it's like a baby pumpkin, but from hell. And if it's true what they say that the small ones are the spiciest ones, I'm going to regret this. I don't think it's true. Let's find out. No. Again, I like spicy, but there comes a certain point in your life where you're like, there aren't enough Tums for that, and the rest of the hoo-hoo, no. Thank you very much. All right. Although, I will share something with you. If you ever get something that's way too spicy, can of the whipped cream, the spray whipped cream, oh my God, instantly fixes it. It does. It really does. It's fantastic. So always keep some of that handy, and for other reasons. All right, spices going in. Lime juice going in. We have a little bit of stuff on the lip. Get that off of there. We're going to do this. Let that go 1 minute. Okay, we're done. That's that. And we just made our sauce. That is basically what you get. Holy crap, it actually looks like their sauce. What do you know? It's like I almost know what I'm doing. Weird. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here that's going to drip off. What do you do with this? That is a fair amount of stuff in there. So we are going to put this into a squeeze bottle like this. They're fantastic. You just pop the top. Although these tips are pretty small, as you can see. So you usually have to cut this back, get a pair of really good, like bone snapping shears, the ones with the notch in the, that'll work pretty good on that. Just open it up a little bit. There's a catch on there that hooks, then clicks that in place. Cut it, obviously, on that side of the little clip. Otherwise, this thing won't stop, and then it'll go bad on you. But that is how you do that, and I'm going to put this in here. Once I taste this, okay, I got to taste it. Yep, that's the sauce right there. Woo! Okay, why does Taco Bell have such great sauces? Seriously. They do a lot of questionable things with a lot of other stuff, but man, their sauce game is strong. So even if you don't want to use these for Taco Bell items, that is a killer sauce. Put that on, so much. But basically, yeah, that's how you make that sauce. I'm going to put this in here. It's going to take a minute. And I'm going to get something to drink too, because woohoo! So thanks for watching this part. And now on to the next sauce. Everybody wants to know, what is the pizza sauce? Well, here it is. It's pretty simple. It's really not hard. So they take the red sauce and they take and add basically some salsa to it. And there you go. This is a thick and chunky salsa. Very important. And this has all the goodness in it. This has all the ingredients in there basically that they add to it. Their tomatoes, peppers, and things like that. That is all in here. So we are going to take a couple of scoops of this. This will make a couple of pizzas. If you're making more than 2 pizzas, good for you, because you have a hungry family that loves their pizzas. Okay, the enchilada sauce. I have already shaken the can. Shake the can, because a lot of the solids will filter to the bottom. They will just sink down there, and then you're left with crud on top. And hey, that's just got a hanger on there that isn't going to go. All right, what is the ratio? There you go. 2 big heaping scoops of that. 3 scoops of that with a spoon. Just give this a stir. This will just make 2 pizzas, basically. If you need more, then use more. There you go. So basically 1 scoop per pizza, and that's your ratio. And that's how you make the Mexican pizza sauce. It's that easy, I swear to God. All right, we're moving on to the next thing. One of my personal favorite sauces at Taco Bell has to be the Chipotle sauce. The reason for that is it pretty much resembles the old Baja sauce. The only real difference is you'd make it the same way. You'd just add about a teaspoon of lime juice in this, and you'd have the old Baja sauce. Fun fact. If you missed the old Baja sauce, leave me a comment. Let me know. Why don't they bring it back? It's so good. I mean, they already have like a bunch of sauces sitting there. I guess the rack doesn't hold them all, but maybe they'll get rid of one of the other ones. I don't know which one, because they're all amazing, right? Yes, they are. It's one of the greatest things about Taco Bell is the sauces. That's why we're here doing this. This is the easiest sauce they have to make, besides maybe the avocado ranch that may have been before this one or after this one. That one's pretty easy. But this one is super easy. We have a spice mix here. This has just the usual suspects: onion, garlic, chili powder, cumin, paprika, salt, a little bit of sugar in there. Basically, all this stuff right here. All the stuff you see here is all in there. It's always in the description or on BillCooks.com. I think I've said that a few times. Hopefully I've put it there by the time this video goes up. If not, check back because I'm working on it. I promise. All right. So the addition to this here, the dry stuff, is Chipotle. So you can use dry Chipotle if you have it. Not many people do. Or you can pick up a can of this and use a Chipotle, a real one. We're doing that. We're using the food processor again because this has to be very fine. And I don't feel like standing here for 3 hours trying to chop a Chipotle into fine little mince thing. This will do it in about 5 seconds. The other two ingredients, same as other sauces, mayonnaise, sour cream. Equal parts, half a cup of each. So we are going to dump our spices in, give it a bang there. We are going to take our can of Chipotles. We are going to open this up here. Be very careful. These things can explode on you at any moment. I'm just kidding, they cannot, but they are spicy. Now this is in adobo. Basically that just means like a vinegary sauce that this is in. You want to grab 1 Chipotle. Oh no, that seems like a lot. But that and a little bit of the sauce that's in there, good stuff. It's very smoky because that is a smoked jalapeno. I know, this is kind of like a smoked version of their jalapeno sauce. I didn't make it up. Amy, I didn't do it. All right, what do we need now? We need mayonnaise and we need cream. I'm going to put this in here. We need a half a cup of each. All right. You think I could have pre-measured this? No. You'd be wrong. Because I can only pre-measure one of them because I've only got the 1 cup. I don't know which one I decide to go with first. It's the way I roll, you know? All right, this is going in. I can just keep doing that for a while, or I can scoop this. Close enough. All right. This is Mexican sour cream, basically. It's much thinner than your normal sour cream, which is fine. It's tasty, it's lovely. Oh, and it smells so lovely. Okay, so we're gonna put a half a cup of this in. It pours. You don't have to scoop this. It's very different, and it's amazing. So use that. If you're using regular sour cream, you may have to put a tablespoon of milk in this to thin this out. Otherwise, it's going to be real thick. Some people like that. Some people don't. But yeah, I would say if you're doing that, you may have to thin that out. I personally usually thin it out a little bit. Heavy cream works really great. Or if you have this in their table cream, oh yeah, a little bit of that with the regular sour cream. If you can't find this, but you find this in the table cream version, add about a tablespoon of the table cream to it. Perfect. But for now, I don't have to worry about that. All I have to do, all right. I'm going to scoop this down a little bit here. I got some of the dried spices are sitting on the bottom, and there's probably a little bit of chipotle around the edge because it usually flings everything to the outside, you know? There is no vinegar in this sauce like there is in some of the others, so just thought I'd point it out. There you go. That'll do it. Yep. That looks perfect. Let's taste test this a little bit. Oh. Seriously, that is my favorite sauce they have. This has to sit for an hour because all those dry spices need to hydrate. Just like we did with the jalapeno sauce, that has to sit. This will keep about the same amount of time, 5 days-ish, something like that, 2 weeks. Sniff it. If it's south of cheese, don't put that on anything. But yeah, put that in a container. I'm going to put it in a squeeze bottle because I have squeeze bottles. And then we're going to start putting this on food as soon as we get to assembling things. But that is how you make the Chipotle sauce. Couldn't be easier. And let's move on to the next thing because we got a lot to do. So let's get started on that. So there you go. That is how you make all the sauces. Obviously, the nacho cheese sauce is not here because that is a slightly different thing. I wouldn't call that necessarily a sauce. But it is another ingredient, and therefore I'm going to be covering that in a video very soon. But now you know how to make every one of these. You know how to make everything. You know my shortcuts. And now your Taco Bell game is even stronger. So you're welcome. Don't say I never did nothing for you. And that's that. Thanks for watching this video. And there's going to be more along these lines. So make sure you're watching. There's a Taco Bell playlist. It's got everything in there. And hopefully you check out those videos and like them. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your sauces turned out. I can't wait to hear. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.